Welcome, Bonfire 12 and 12 Challenges. To this week's exercises, I'm here joined by Dr. Nick and I'm, of course, Dr. Stuart.
Hey guys.
What we're going to run through today is the exercises, and we're going to focus on core. So these are very important ones. We're going to work on the endurance muscles that are going to support everything else we've been doing, not just now, but beyond. So we're going to start with 3 exercises. The first one's going to be side planks. The second one's going to be hip extensions, and the third is going to be front planks. So let's get started. So Dr. Nick's going to jump down into the side plank position, starting down low onto his hips. So what we see is we have one foot over the other. We're nice and square, hand is on the floor, shoulder is ready. And what he's going to do is draw his belly button into his spine, form a brace, and then lift up straight through the hips, using his hand to guide himself. Hold for 1, 2, and then down. And then come up. 1, 2, and down. And what he wants to see is making sure this hip comes straight up. So he's following the elbow. Now, we're going to do this for 8 repetitions, holding for 2 to 3 seconds. And as you can do that normally, really easily, then you can start to extend that hold forward. Because that's the important thing about endurance muscles, is that it's all about endurance. So time frames are very important. And then once you do that, you'll flip around to the other side and do the other side. Now what you're going to find with these side planks is one side is going to be a lot weaker than the other side, which will be stronger. And so what you want to make sure is that you keep them both at the same level, so you're working together symmetrically, and that's very, very important. Beautiful. Okay, the next step we're going to go into is the hip extension. So Dr. Nick lies flat on his back. We're going to have the feet flat on the floor. We're going to have his feet at about a 90-degree angle with his thighs. And we're going to have to make sure we start again with drawing the belly button to the spine, forming that brace to turn those muscles on. And what he's going to do is then, keeping that core strong, then he's going to turn on his glutes, turn on his low back and thrust up, extending there, coming up to about horizontal, and then come down. And come up, and come down. Always keeping that core strong, turned on, while we're using the glutes and the lower back. Now, we're going to aim for 15 repetitions for this one. And once you reach that and that's easy, then you can start to add a little bit of weight to it. So something like a can of food, so 500 grams, you know how heavy it weighs. In the gym, we might use a barbell, but simple things that are really easy. But again, start with making sure you can get those 15 repetitions. Really good. Really looking good there, Dr. Nick. Okay, let's move into the plank. Now, this is really important because the plank, if you just start off flat on the floor for me, Dr. Nick, this is important to understand because, as I said, the endurance muscles, they're meant to work all day, every day, and we start to lose them when we don't use them if you spend a lot of time sitting down, for example. So for this, what we're going to do is not go for a specific time, but just for as long as you can do. Now what happens when these muscles fatigue, because what happens, you actually have 4 layers. You have your six-pack, which some can see, some can't. You have external obliques which run this way, internal obliques running this way, and below that is the transverse abdominis, which is like a brace. And it's the thing we want to work to make sure we protect the lower back, because these actually attach into your lumbar spine to protect those vertebrae. Now, when these muscles fatigue, your body starts to shake. And so we're going to do this until you start to shake, and that's it. Your technique is done, and you're finished. So, as we come up, feet are here, we're as square as possible, squaring the elbows, turning that on. We want to make sure we're turning on these lower back muscles in conjunction with the core, compressing in, turning them on. Focus on your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. You might want to breathe through pursed lips, like that. And so what you do is you want to hold this as straight as possible. Don't let this collapse too much, that's really important. And then when you start to shake, it might be 20 seconds to start with, it might be 30 seconds, could be a minute, could be a minute and a half, we don't know, but you only want to go to your limit, because there's no point going beyond the shaking because you're not getting any benefit out of it. And so once you get to your limit, bang, you're done, and we're going to run through those 3 again, and you're going to do those 3 sets 3 times. So making sure that as you get there, over the weeks and days, you're going to slowly start to improve those repetitions, and really start to strengthen and tone up those areas which are going to support and protect you as you move on through all the other exercises, as well as through any normal day-to-day activities that you do within your day-to-day life. Beautiful, guys. So, we're going to put them up on the website soon. You're going to have a go. If you've got any questions, make sure you ask us. And as always, good luck. Go and get them.
See you guys.